Anybody need healing?
I can do with a little patch up after you put an arrow in me, yeah.
It's like grazed.
I say we accept the surrender.
Well, yeah.
Well, I've got his
We're
sword
not
now, so...
monsters.
We're not.
Even I would accept a surrender.
I go over and sort of take Cobra from my back and place him down next to the guy. And so Cobra can do his talking.
Do his thing.
Cobra just kind of looks like he's expecting. Okay, what do you want me to talk to the Cowindo?
Could you...
We would like directions to your hometown, please.
I'd like to know what the wagon was about, to be honest.
Can I go over to the wagon? I was going to investigate it.
Yeah.
So...
I'll join in, and we're going to go investigate.
Okay, so the Cowindo you've captured states that all he will say to Koba about the wagon is trespass.
I was trespassing.
The wagon's pretty much a burnt-out wreck, but you can recognise scraps of uniform that appear to belong to general soldiers.
We just take some of this back as, like, firewood.
No chest
I mean,
or
there
anything?
are also the bodies.
Any money?
No money.
Is there
There's
nothing
some
to loot?
crossbow bolts, a crossbow, a broken long sword, and a shattered iron helmet.
I think I'll take that crossbow as well, because I need actual long-range weaponry. I mean, I've got throwing daggers, but maybe it's probably better if I also actually have an actual long-range weapon.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm taking that
So
as well.
you've got a crossbow and 6 bolts then.
Okay.
6 is better than nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, it looks like anything that might have been in this wagon has been on fire for a little while. So, yeah. You've got 2 dead soldiers that look like they've been receiving innocent fire.
Is there anything on the soldiers?
The remains of their uniforms where they've been packed apart, small personal effects like jewellery, that's about it.
Are they shiny?
Is the jewellery worth shinies?
Shiny?
I mean, it is gold and silver jewellery.
Taking that!
Yeah, you could. Are you going to loot?
Yes, I'm going to loot the bodies. They got shinies.
Yeah.
I'd say you've got about 2 gold pieces of jewellery. 2
Okay.
bodies. One of the items, by the way, going from my notes here, I've explicitly noted down as a wedding ring.
Shiny, I'm going to pocket that.
Go for it.
Fine.
Are there
Hey, do you
any
remember
more?
magpie moments?
Are there any other wedding rings I could take to sell for some money?
My shinies.
Not really, they're corpses.
Okay, alright. Well, you can have all the jewelry then this time. I'll loot the next.
I have something specific I want to do, but I'm not sure if it's safe to leave Koba with the lion.
I mean, the lion's surrendered, and it looks like Araya is covering.
Okay. What do I need to roll so I can dig holes to bury corpses?
You don't need to roll for that. It's just magic.
Okay.
If something's not happening under duress, take your time over it. You generally don't need to.
Okay. I want to dig graves to bury all of the corpses, lion and trespasser alike.
Okay.
Respectful friend.
Upon doing so, with the neat little graves, let me check what I've got in my possession that I can use as headstones.
We could use some of the bits of wood from the cart. Would
Yes,
that be rude?
that's a good idea.
It was their card.
I think that would be okay. I use pieces of the wood as headstones, and then I say a short-hand ritual prayer over each of the graves. Hoping
Okay. Was anyone going through the 2 Cowindo bodies?
Going through what?
Someone should do that. Go
two-
through the lions. Coindas of the lions.
Well, Aiden's right there. I'm assuming you
Fine, I guess. I mean, I'll have to touch him, but...
Aiden was who had to soil himself with non-native corpses.
Exactly.
I mean, he does have his valet. He keeps forgetting that he exists.
Well,
Yeah.
get his valet to do it then.
Yeah, find me something good. If there's nothing good, we'll take the head and mount it on the wall back home.
Okay, so going through the 2 corpses, you come across the following. Each one of them is carrying a hand axe and a javelin. So you've got 2 more javelins and 2 hand axes. You've also got some miscellaneous bead jewellery, and on the bodies of one of them, you find what appears to be a scrap of paper.
Okay.
Is there anything written on the paper?
Yep, well, you assume it's writing.
Is it something we could understand?
Can you give it to Koba and the live Coinda to see what it says?
Sure.
I'm busy doing prayer, so I can't.
If whatever this scrawl is, they call writing.
Yeah, the Cowindo that you captured is actually pretty happy to talk about this. It's a summoning to war, and it is signed by someone to Baga, calling all of the Kawinda tribes to join. Would you like that name written down?
Yes, please.
The Kawinda replies that the tribes are always united. In this specific case, they are being united to trespass.
He's just typing something here.
I've already been. They're hoping that if they weren't united already, then we could unite them under our own flag, use them to retake that shitty city.
Is there anything else you want to ask your prisoner while you've got an interpreter and life captive?
Yeah, where did the other guy go?
He just says, it is the way. Some die that the truth may be known. Crimes will go unasked.
Okay.
So to translate, the messenger got away, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, there's trouble in the old mill.
How would I go about trying to track him?
You could try and find his prints.
What do you need me to roll for that?
Let me see, that would be perception.
Okay.
Nope,
No trace of him.
not immediately around the cart because it's a mess of prints and scorched earth there.
Yeah, fair enough.
He headed in.
He was heading this way somewhere.
You could try and pick up the trail further down.
Uh-huh.
Where to from here, everyone?
What are we doing with this guy?
I guess. Well, he did surrender. We probably shouldn't kill him.
Well, we're not going to kill him, but are we going to bring him with us?
Oh, I was tempted. Let's tie him up and leave him with the burning wagon. Then he won't try and stab us in the back. We can't have two messages running around telling them that we're coming.
We're not trying to hide from these guys. We're fighting against them, you know? So it doesn't seem like... It doesn't matter if two, like, get away, you know, because really all we need to say to this guy is, can you tell them that we don't want to fight?
That's not what he's going to say, though. You know that.
Well, no.
They're gonna say, foreign enemies are coming. They've killed two of our brothers. They're heading this way. So we should tie him up and leave him here so we know that he doesn't go and run off and bring some more.
Yeah, okay.
He doesn't have to die, but he also doesn't get to walk away a free man.
Or free lunch.
Okay, so tie him up and put him on the wagon.
Wagon is still on.
Yep.
I can carry the Kawinda over my shoulder.
Yeah, all that's fine.
And you can bring him with you if you want. Like,
I mean, it's extra food if we run out, I guess.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, I'm not feeding him. We're already, like, on rations.
Oh, I thought you were implying that you eat him.
Yeah,
Right.
if it comes to it.
I mean, I've never eaten lion.
I mean, I've probably eaten worse things than lion, to be honest.
I'm more concerned with the whole thing of the sapien species, if I'm honest, than what the sapien species look.
Well, I'll give you the choice. We either tie him up, take him with us, and then butcher him later, or we leave him here with the burning wagon.
We're tying him up and taking him with us because I have the executive decision on that since I will be carrying him. I ask Koba to ask the Kawinda what his name is.
Lunch.
Yeah, he's breakfast.
His name, according to Koba, and Koba does in fact say this sentence as if it was a name, no business of yours.
Well then, no
I
business
was
of yours.
just kill him. Let's just fucking die him.
Into the fire he goes.
No, I've now added him as no business of yours, Kawinda captive.
Well, okay then.
Rowan's on a mission to befriend
So,
everyone.
Man, this is like how things like the Sahara Desert became a thing, isn't it?
I apologise to him in advance, and then I take my hemp rope and I tie his limbs together.
Fucking you liberal agenda. You need to kill this thing. It's gonna fucking kill it.
There's too many voices.
Yeah, I couldn't make out anything then.
Yeah, get reverb off someone.
It's me.
Yeah.
One at a time, please.
Right, Cawley, what were you saying? Go ahead.
Said,
I'm calling the tree giant thing a hippie.
Hi.
Alright, fair enough. Can't argue with that.
And the thing I mentioned is that Koba points out through translation that the creature, the Kawinda, is swearing at you.
That's okay.
We really have to bring him with us.
Yes, we are.
Fine.
Consider it punishment for you being a manifest destiny asshole.
Alright, well, when this goes tits up, don't say I didn't warn you.
It will not go tits.
And you know I'm going to have to take this out on the next encounter we have.
Oh, I'm sure you will, but it will make it all the more effective when you put a one-hit kill bullet in someone. That hopefully
So, are
isn't
we
me.
ready to proceed down the road?
no,
No,
we haven't resolved this.
Oh, that's a point. So
Oh,
people are still saying no.
just leave him on the wagon.
Cawley is a firm no on bringing the kitty.
I mean, I'm in two minds, to be honest. I don't really agree with it.
I want to bring him with us.
Lime, do you have any opinions on this? You've been right by it.
Not really one way or the other.
You
I
don't
mean,
care.
honestly, Why not a compromise of let's take him with us until we get to a point where he's not just gonna die instantly if he's let out there?
Take him with us until he's served his purpose and he's no longer useful.
If we tie him up near the big smoking wagon, someone will come across him.
It's more along the lines of, let's say we find a river, or, rivers. As Zabad has said, why not just let him go there? Because, a river he might be able to find drinking food and get back to where the fuck he was.
Alright.
I'm gonna send
Bloody
a
hippies.
message about this.
Probably not on your own.
Go on, take it up.
I mean,
Actually-
considering he's talking from in the middle, not just slitting his throat with a dagger. But,
Fine, but pal. Let's keep him and have him track the land for us. But as soon as he steps out of line, I'm fucking killing him.
do your own thing.
You agreed?
Are we going to try? Where are we going to take us?
Well, I'm guessing if we're trying to get to that village and use Cobra as a translator, knowing where the village is going to be a pretty good help. As soon as he steps out of line, I swear to God.
What if I make myself his guardian, so to speak? I keep him in line.
Yeah, but I mean like a hard version of inline, not a nice version of inline.
So-
I mean,
I
I can be strict if necessary. But I'm not going to put a bolt in his head for
I'll do
the
it. Fucking sign me up. Okay.
smallest out of line thing. I will treat him fairly, and he is more liable to just be put up in the air,
Yeah, nice.
flailing like a kitten from the scruff of his neck
Okay.
until he agrees.
Okay, cool. I'm more than happy to go on board with having him as like helping us lead us to the village, because after all, we are on a mission of peace. But
Yes.
Okay, resolved.
I mean, at the very least, should we keep him, like, muzzled so he doesn't just scream out for help? That seems a reasonable request.
Yes, gag him.
I should have some kind of spell that can help with that.
Do you have a spell that helps with that?
I think I might do.
Look,
Let me have a look. Where is my fucking spell list? This is a joke, but I have open close, which opens and closes small or light things. Can I use it on his mouth?
Oh, is it like Stitch at the record player?
So, just while Rowan's looking at that spell, has anyone got anything else you want to do before it sets off again?
Would it be
Pet beans and find samples of the local flora.
And
Yeah.
you load my gun and see the little...
Yes. Sorry, what were you saying, Ida?
I was just going to say, did we finish looting the corpses?
Yes, the
Yeah.
corpse has been looted.
Alright.
Yeah, they've been buried. I have stuff. I have shinies. I have 2 gold and a wedding ring.
Yeah, it's a wedding ring and a silver necklace. Pretty much out of that. No specific.
What about on the actual bodies of the lion?
The Coenda, you got some basic bead and shell jewelry and their weapons.
Yeah, I
Okay,
do.
no money.
And the letter that you got translated.
I have a few spells that can be used on the sort of action. I have nothing that can do it permanently, but there are things that if he starts shouting, I can shut him up with it.
Well, if you want to keep that on a hair trigger as a
Yes.
that's fine.
Wait, do none of us have any, like, spare cloth or anything? Hang on, let me look at my inventory.
I mean, yeah, just tying his mouth shut will do the trick.
Uh-huh. I would like to be able to talk to him at some point still.
Yeah, I've got twine. I've got a bedroll that I haven't actually used,
I have
but I'm not going to use.
I have a blanket. I want to
got a blanket.
put a blanket around his shoulders and be nice to him.
So is your
We'd
plan
literally
to
kill you if we
basically
could, you know that, right?
Wanda on your side?
Yes. I want to steadily win him over to understand that we are
Where's the
beacon of
accordion
peace.
music?
That would about do it. I'm not sure this Coenda have ever heard of accordions before, so he's genuinely confused by the weird sound making thing.
I thought he'd be horrified.
But yeah, I have a spell that I can basically make him nice to me and basically do what I want him to. So I can just cast that on him and tell him to be quiet.
Good grief. It's pretty cool.
That sounds quite evil. It's like, let me just mind control you.
I think in Rowan's case, she'd act it more as being a parental figure, just going, shh,
It's okay. You don't need to justify yourself to me.
and just gives him a little kitty pat.
Well, congratulations, you turned a noble pet cat. I'm proud of you.
I'm going to eventually give him a nickname if he doesn't tell me his name.
But you know his name.
Yeah, but no business of yours is a bit long, so I'm gonna.
Also, I think I found what Cawley is playing right now.
Oh, good. This is gonna be good.
I was expecting remove kebab, I'm honest.
So, are we all ready to mount up in the cart with your new prisoner and shiny trinkets?
Yes.
Yep.
So, what's the destination plan?
The destination plan is
I
to
guess-
figure out if I need to put anything on my map.
We head due right and see if we can catch up with the messenger.
Okay.
That's my plan anyway.
Are we still
It's not
following a
terrible.
river at this point?
Sorry, what was that, G?
Are we still following a river at this point?
Yeah, you're still following the river.
Okay.
God
Oops.
bless the rains down in Africa. No Mars can ever do. God bless the rains down in Africa.
So, everyone's back on the road. You have a new friend. So, anyone who's looking for the tracks of the messenger, can you please roll me a perception?
Okay, give me a sec. Technically, I'm always looking, so.
I am forever the ultimate tracker huntsman.
Yeah, you can actually follow his.
I don't
quite
see
clearly.
jack shit.
It's okay, because Aiden can lead you directly towards it.
Good.
I called dibs on the first shot.
That's a great roll.
Oh yeah, you've now got 2 people who know where the tracks are.
+6 perception, yo.
Pro tip, perception is always worth pumping money, like lots and lots of stats into.
Just because you do an awful lot of looking for things.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to have senses like Daredevil.
So, party's on the road here. And so, you're able to follow the tracks for a good 20 minutes. Before you reach a weird divergence. Specifically, the Kawinda tracks following are going up the cliff wall on a gentle slope that you reckon easily get the wagon. However, as you turn to follow it, Koba pulls on Rowan's arm and says that you're going the wrong way.
Unless he's trying to
which
throw
way,
us astray.
which way does Koba think we should be going?
Koba points down the end of the valley, following the river rather than diverging off, and just says, Karahabu is that way.
So,
Yeah, he doesn't think we're going after the dude, does he?
No.
We're going to that city, aren't we?
I mean, yeah, to be fair, we are, but we also wanted to tie up a loose end.
Well, I mean, that guy that got away is so far away now. Realistically, the way that we will have to travel together, keeping compared to the slowest person and all that, he's probably long gone. We might
end up too close to like home if we do that, I guess.
And also, the tracks up into the hill might be an ambush.
I say we listen to Koba and
Yes.
continue on our path towards
Fine, I'll give up on revenge.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
If we see the dude again, we will get revenge, but there's too much of a chance of it being some kind of trick like an ambush.
Yeah. Are we all in agreement?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, back on the road.
I thank Koba for being cool.
It's okay. He also points out to you that the Kawinda you have in prison demanding to be let go.
Not yet, little kitty.
Koba laughs, and it doesn't seem to translate the kitty bit, because the Kawinda goes back to what he recognises his equivalent of swearing. So,
The equivalent of, oh, you fuckwits. You don't know what you're doing.
it's time for something rather interesting,
Okay.
because you've just about reached the end of this river valley, and you can see something on the horizon. Like over the final ridge into the heartland, you can already from here at the hill see the top of the tree, but the framing isn't right. Like this clearly isn't a tree that's on the hill. This is a tree that's behind the hill, but you can see it from the bottom of this hill.
Okay, so it's not an illusion, it's just that big. It's
Could
just
be.
it's fucking Yggdrasil of trees. Well, Yggdrasil is a tree. You get what I mean? It's huge. Anyway, big tree.
Yes. So as the cart proceeds to the crest of the hill, it's about noon by this point. It's about 12 or 1 o'clock. The sun is in its highest possible position. As you set out in dawnlight, you've travelled about 5 miles. Sorry, not 550. Tripping over my own time.
Not bad.
You travelled about 50 miles. And
Do we want to stop for food? Because it's like lunchtime.
Snack
or do we eat,
time.
like twice a day.
yeah, are you snacking on the road or are you stopping for break?
I'm gonna eat my yogurt.
A rest break would probably be a good idea. I think
Yes.
traveling during midday is a bad idea. We want to really get some shade.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the wagon has a tarp over the back, so
Maybe to use the shadow coming off of the wagon to shield Rowan.
okay, so you're stopping from the midday heat and breaking into your ration.
Okay, I offer, let me see what rations I have that I can offer Koba.
Koba's willing to take anything, really.
Uh-huh.
How tackadus.
I give him, one of the Halfling Trail rations that I have.
Okay.
I offer some to the Coinder as well.
The Coinder spits at you.
I say, that's okay, thank you anyway.
Doesn't deserve our food.
And then I mutter as an aside to Koba, what do Coinder eat anyway?
Flesh.
I don't have any of that, I'm afraid. I'll have to collect.
Actually, you do, if you follow my meaning.
Well, I don't think I would be very tasty, and also I'm kind of important for, the wagon.
Man, if I was allowed to be getting away with mean shenanigans, this is where I'd have chopped off one of his toes and pushed it in his mouth.
Jesus, dude.
No!
And then I would have decked you in the face.
Well, I didn't want to bring him in the first place.
You don't freaking feed people their own toes.
You do when they're feeding me.
And also, you don't fuck with other people's pets. That's rude.
So moving on, how's everyone else taking the break?
Am I able to forage for fruit?
Yep. Roll survival.
Maybe.
If we're still near the river, I'll get a bit of fishing done.
Yes,
Since I brought a rod.
I might do that too.
Did you bring a rod?
I have a net.
That would do.
Okay, so everyone go fishing. Whatever it is you're gonna do.
I don't have a fishing rod. I'm just gonna sit
Araya's
here and eat my
taking in now.
yogurt.
Survival. Oh, I am not a good fisherman.
You're really not.
So what do I have to roll to use the fishing net?
Fishing is a survival check, but you get... Well, I got a +2, I think, from my fishing rod, so I assume the net's...
I don't
Yeah,
really know.
net gives you a +2 to attempt to fish.
Can I just roll the net then? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check if it's got any stats on it actually.
Do you have the survival skill?
I don't know.
Isla, you have found a decent handful of berries that don't look too poisonous.
Okay. I eat one, and I see the effect before I feed them to beans.
Yeah, this doesn't seem to have any stats on it, so I'll just roll.
They're a bit too sweet. Like it's like eating an incredibly sweet blackcurrant is what it tastes like.
Okay. But no poison, no doesn't seem to be.
No poison apparently.
Okay, I'll give them to beans.
Beans goes no.
That's probably not good enough to get fish.
No luck fishing, unfortunately, for either.
Oh, I was mostly doing this to kill time.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was
So-
doing it to see if I could find anything that Coinder would.
Just lazily sitting by the river having a bamboo fan. Yeah, as his uses.
Just so long as you don't decide to feed.
Nah. He gets to eat some of my rations.
I mean, you'd probably go for one of the guinea pigs.
No!
I'm not feeding Sickle or Galleon to the lion. That's not how equivalent exchange works.
I still think we should feed him one of his own toes.
No, you don't.
Grossing.
You wouldn't chop off a cat's tail and try and feed it to them.
Yeah, but a cat wouldn't try and kill me.
It would if you tried to chop the tail off.
Cats from hell.
What about beans?
Whoa!
No. Anyway, I need to.
Hang on, what was the name of the pig?
Oh, no, he can't eat Cawley's pig.
I'm not gonna eat Porcules. No way.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh yeah, I need to eat
Porcules.
as well.
Put these mulligan.
Wait, did you actually legitimately forget of Achilles, Cawley?
No, he was being silly. Like,
Okay.
what pig? We don't have a pig.
Okay.
You're like kind of hiding the pig behind the back. Kind of.
Okay, so you guys just waiting for the sun to go down the
I'll
sea.
keep him being as far away from this lion man as I possibly can.
That's
Okay.
fine. He's still tied up.
I have written down what they're
He's not
Bean
getting out
spends
of it.
most of his time splashing in the river.
He's setting himself
That's
up.
why I'm not catching any damn fish.
Yeah, that explains it.
He's so splashy.
Dang bears.
He's no swimming. He's trying to catch a salmon.
It's a peaceful day. You all get to just enjoy being splashing. At one point, he sees a butterfly and tries to drag it, which just lets out a little spark, and the butterfly flies off.
That's cute.
Araya is still asleep, his snoring resonating with the snoring of the pig in the back. So you're staying here till the sun's a bit lower down in the sky, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, so that takes until about 6.
Ah, that's a bit long. I was thinking more until like 2 or 3. Just to be out of the midday heat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you
more
could-
like campfire, isn't it?
Yeah, you could set off a bit earlier if you wanted. It depends on whether you want to totally avoid the heat or okay with mild.
I come from a desert world, so I'm fine.
Okay, that's the point.
How hot is it? Because we're in a forest, aren't we? Or at least undercover.
You're in a savannah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You were
trees
using
aren't
the
much of
wagon
a
as shade.
canopy.
Yeah.
Okay. And how hot is it?
Pretty fucking hot. Any of you without desert acclimatization are going to need to keep getting checks to. But fortunately, you don't need to because you're just sitting in a covered wagon, and Rowan does have desert acclimatization.
Genius.
So you can set off any time you want, really.
Listen, avoid the worst of the heat, and then head out.
Because the height of midday heat, you be flagging a little, having to cut.
Yes, that's partially why I suggested.
But yeah, it's cool enough that Rowan can keep up a steady pace and stay in the shade under the tarp.
I take good care of my children.
Yeah, the only people on the outside at the moment are Rowan, Beans, because Beans is flying behind the wagon, at least until his little wings get tired and belly flops inside into Isla's arms.
That's cute.
Koba is still sat clinging to Rowan's neck to act as an
Yay!
interpreter, and the Kawinda is walking alongside the wagon with his hands tied together, the rope being held.
Yep.
So as you crest the hill, the tree that you can all see just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Wait, is the
Until-
tree the hill?
No.
No.
But as you crest the ridge, all of you see one of the most outlandish sights any have ever seen. This is a tree that could get in the way of a mountain, and does. It is impossibly large and surrounded by a forest that looks like ankle-length grass around its feet. But more impressive than that is the city. High walls of baked earth form a ring around the base of this tree, with enormous chunks of amber set into the gatehouse and decorating the towering buildings you can see inside.
I didn't find a tree big enough, so I just made a patch of trees.
This, and Koba declares for all of it, says, "Behold, this is Karahabu, the
It's
capital of the
pretty.
Kabula, the great city of amber."
See, it's not a bunch of shitty heart. Whoever said that, like, they owe me $5.
What?
That's a joke.
Okay, I was wondering what you were doing. It's about 5 miles down the slope to Karahabu. It's just fucking massive.
That's suspicious.
What?
We've only met one group that had resistance. We haven't met anybody else since.
Point.
That could be seen as suspicious.
I mean, don't the Kawinda want to, like, kill everybody?
Generally speaking, they want to kill you.
I mean, I did make one of their people into my pet. So yeah, I would see why they would want to kill me. But I do not know if this is actually suspicious or if it's just my brain.
It could be suspicious. I'm not going to confirm one way or another.
Okay.
Has anyone got anything they want to input?
So, I was phased out for a second.
That's okay.
I'm going to spend the heat break petting beans.
Pet that bean.
Yeah, you can stealth and go ahead to the city you want. Is anyone going with her on this one?
Well, the rogue should probably.
Yeah,
I'm not going this time because my stealth check is yeah.
I tend to do okay for these.
I will stay with my friends Koba and the Kawinda.
Stealthy, stealthy, stealth.
Maximum sneak has been achieved by the
Well, that's a lot
Oh,
better.
no.
factory sneak has been achieved by Ephraim. Aiden does not sneak.
I should probably not be waving my gun around.
You noisy fuck.
Aiden. So the good news is the city guards spot Aiden, but his sheer obviousness actually does help disguise the other two a bit.
Yeah, see, I'm helping.
As such, you are approached, Aiden, by two humans.
Ah, wonderful.
Are they natives?
They appear to be, as far as you can tell.
I'm asking out of character because I'm not there right now.
They're carrying halberds and appear to be wearing relatively sophisticated armor, which appears to be copper inlaid with silk. And although it's not on their tokens, each of them has a medallion of pure amber hanging from their neck.
I recognise
How
these
quaint.
images.
And they both kind of level their spears at Aiden and say something to him in the native language.
This would be a perfect time for Koba.
He's all the way back up the other end of the road.
Yeah, but...
Just call out. Rowan, can you bring the cart?
I guess I'll, as much as it pains me to do this, bow to them because I don't understand what they're saying.
I bring the cart as close as I safely can. Do I need to roll stealth for that, or...?
Stealthiest cart.
You're a way up the road, really. Like, it'll take you a few minutes to get here.
Okay, well,
Because they've been sneaking ahead of the party for a good 10-15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I come up as much as I can. Because,
Okay.
I
So
don't want
you're
to
on
get
the way,
anything
but you won't be here for a bit. They do kind of react positively to Aiden Bound, in that they put their weapons up and proceed to try and... Like, they seem to understand that you don't understand them, and one of them points questioningly to the gun.
I'll unload it in front of him and stow it away. I'm not putting it down, but I'm putting it away.
They seem to be at an impasse because they don't understand them, and they don't understand you, but they don't just want to start fighting people.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the two of you that have remained sneaked, what are you doing?
I don't know. What are we doing? I want to climb
Chuck
over the
'em out.
fence.
Assassin's Creed this.
Part of me's tempted to pop out and just start playing them some native-sounding music. See if that, like, react. Because it's, like, 2v1 out there, and if we feel like they can surround them, maybe we can break this impasse. But also, I'm not a threat, I just want to jam.
If that's how you want to play it, that's how you want to play it.
Party, what do you think?
We're not there, so I don't have any input right now.
Okay.
I have nothing.
Do it.
Everyone, do it. Should we jam this or what? Yeah, hang on. Let me
Do.
Right, so how are we doing this?
Well, it's just on a performance check, so what are you doing before?
So
I'm
just stepping out.
Yeah, basically, whilst also doing a jaunty jig with my legs.
So, please see this from the guard's perspective for a moment.
Hi.
You are something they have never seen. They have never seen something so apparently human, but also this short. They have never seen someone with hair naturally that colour. They have never seen an accordion before. They have never seen what Araya considers a jig before. The phrase terminal confusion comes to
It's all about laughing, right?
I'm imagining the salamanders from TTS, just like, what?
I mean, they look at each other and they just kind of say things in their language and they slowly back away.
So, can I sort of like look at them, look to Araya, and look back at them and sort of clap along with his music with a really forced smile?
They back off. Ethereal, what are you about?
I don't know. I'm just staring, watching what's going on. It's like, wait, what? I'm not here.
Okay,
Am I there yet?
you're not quite there yet, but you're close enough to see the dancing halfling and the playing gnome as well.
This amuses me. The Coenda probably is not amused as much.
No, the Coinda's just kind of grumpy because
Grumpy because he's tied up.
Because I couldn't catch many fish.
This is on fault. Die.
That being said, the city guards do see the enormous woman pulling the cart with arms.
Goodness, this means I'm gonna be have weapons pointed at me, aren't I?
They stare at you.
Oh, cool.
They stare at Araya. They stare at Aiden. They start backing away towards the city while pointing their spears in the general direction of the three of you.
Rowan, start dancing!
No, I've got a cart! All I want to do
Who's on
is
the
get
full
Koba
out?
within distance so that Koba can translate for us.
Corba?
I need to get within distance for that.
I sort of just start jumping around to wave and flag you guys down. Whee! Boing.
I don't really know.
Coping jams.
Well, we going into
Jams.
Slavcore or something?
Gopnik jams. Oh my god, hold on. I can add to this. I can provide the perfect music for the Slavcore.
I didn't know Slavcore was a thing.
It is!
Okay.
Oh, Isla, I just double checked the rules. I got it wrong. Yes, that potion will last an hour.
Okay.
I just double checked the book.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Yeah, this is about right. This is also the soundtrack for us playing Rainbow Six.
This is part of what's called hard bass, which is also known as Circus.
So where is everybody? What's happening at the moment? What's going on?
I'm very confused as well.
The corpse has just caught up.
Oh, good. Good. So
Okay, what have we arrived at? What's going on?
Okay, so hang on, everyone, hang on. So, Isla, just to recap, the wagon you, Levi, and has arrived just in time to see the two guards backing away towards the city, terminally confused by the dance short people.
I'm not that short.
You're not dancing.
Yeah,
Wait, are
he
you
was
dancing?
still hiding.
No.
I know, have that through a broken cover to start dancing.
No, because she's mildly confused what's going on as well.
Just
Wait, what?
completely hidden people start popping out and dancing with these guards.
It's no wonder they're so confused. I feel very sorry for them.
Yeah, actually, at this point, one of them pulls a horn up off his belt and looks about ready to blow it.
Oh no. I need to get there in time.
Do.
I need to get there in time so the Cobra can translate because you guys are being. You guys are being, well, you guys.
I tried being polite and nice. They just don't understand.
You did surprisingly well considering your Aiden Amberforth. But it was kind of ruined by the Marv. And then everything happened. And we've kind of back steps ever since.
Well, the guards...
Hi.
Yeah. So, Cawley, you had something to do, I believe.
Well, I was just going to say, Rowan, if you're going towards the group, are you leaving the
Leave the line in the wagon.
Are you leaving the window within the wagon? Because if you are, then I'm going to stay and guard.
Yes, that would be good, please.
So I'll do that.
I take, if I'm within range now, I take Cobra over the
Okay.
natives.
Cobra looks at the guards and shouts something at them. And they look at him. There's some brief exchange of words, and the guards seem to calm down.
Oh, good.
And Cobra just says, "They asked if you were a travelling circus."
Yes, this is now the plot of Seven Samurai.
We seem pretty close.
He translates in the affirmative, and the guard immediately reacts.
I forget Pathfinder game has become a Bug's Life.
We are a travelling circus now.
Cobra then translates that they're asking why you
What the fuck is this?
Sorry, you broke up. I couldn't hear you there.
They're asking why you want to come into the city.
I now need to check if bluff is in my list of things. Because if we're a travelling circus, I'm going to need to bluff.
We have a performance scheduled here.
Where's that diplomancer anyway?
We're touring new and distant lands for a crowd. Please.
The diplomancer was Irish jigging with an idea.
The diplomancer, get over here and do your job. Please. I don't have the skills.
Raya actually stopped playing the accordion now. Still going at.
Still going on.
He's still playing the accordion.
He's got himself into a
Please.
jam. He can't stop.
Please. Come
I
over
shut
here
his
and help
accordion.
us.
I go up to
Please
behind him
come
and then
over
I
here and
close
help
his accordion and
us.
hold it shut. It's like, no.
'Cause
Okay, we
I
stop
don't
now.
have I don't have the skill required to either bluff or diplomacy my way out of this.
Do you want me to diplomat then? Is that all you got?
Yes, please.
Do your job.
Cobra can translate, so you just need to work out
What I'm going to do, because I could use a translator. Okay, I'm going to do that thing that rude English people do abroad by saying it loudly and gesticulating wildly.
Sounds about right.
Wait, do these guys think we're travelling circus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. I'm gonna say to them, like, rudely and loudly, we are the best Super Thunder Juggle Circus. And then I'm gonna
Cobra looks at you weirdly and is trying not to translates word.
Oh, the promise is quite high there, so.
Yeah, the guards buy it.
Yay!
They're just saying, and you just hear them say, because Cobra didn't translate the name directly, you just see the two look at each other and just go, Super Thunder Circus.
Right. That's us.
Yep.
We're the best. We got giants. We got bears that can breathe fire. We're the best.
The guards kind of just step back and wave you through the gate. They're just like done with this.
I ask Cobra to tell the guy.
The guards bow in respect and say something that Cobra translates to "Welcome to Karahara."
Thank you.
Kaharabu.
The Amber City.
So yeah, you are all directly under the shadow of the giant tree.
Finally, some shame.
It looks like the roots are so big that a lot of the buildings are actually built into the tree roots, or the tree roots have been accommodated into the streets as like bridges and things.
That is really cool. I'm going to expand my tree selection here.
So you now appear to be in a quite substantial city.
Ooh.
It's as big as any you've seen back in your own continent. And yeah, there's not just humans here, there's the elves you met, there's the lion people, there's even seems to be people who look human apart from having literal wings and bird legs walking around.
My people! That's out of character, but my people!
Now we'll go back to that episode, the animated episode, where Jeremy keeps asking what is it like to fuck a bird, and bringing up all the other creatures in Zelda.
Yeah, your party is drawing very strange looks. Very strange looks indeed.
Of course.
But yeah, you're just inside the gate of the city. The whole city is laid out before you.
I'm hoping that the Coinder isn't on plain view, because I'm hoping we have the common sense to put him in the cart so nobody could see that we've got him as a prisoner.
You do that? I don't think anyone said you did.
Taylor was keeping watch over him.
Taylor was keeping what? Then yes, the Coinder.
Yay, good. We're not going to raise any suspicions for having a sentient pet. I look around, like, what's around places-wise?
You can't really tell. You've like literally just walked through the gatehouse. There's buildings. There's a couple of stalls. There's more guards on patrol.
Okay.
You'd really have to kind of work out where to start.
Mm-hmm. Are there any signs?
No.
Oh, does Cobra know anything? Cobra, do you know what places in town are hip and cool?
The entire town is cool. It's in the shade of a giant tree.
This is true.
And most of the residents have hips.
This is also true. What about those bird people, though?
Birds?
The guys with the legs and the wings.
Oh, the Nadega. Everyone else is still here, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm starving.
So, what are we doing with the prisoner?
He's inside.
If you want to go and grab your food, you can go and grab it.
I don't want to leave him on his own. I kind of don't want to leave him on his own. Should we take turns watching the prisoner? Because I don't want to spend the whole time doing it.
Yeah, I'll totally watch over the prisoner.
That sounds like a good idea. Okay.
I mean, at least we know Aiden's the person who's going to do the unreal thing. Cawley, what the fuck?
Is there anywhere to, like, a rest stop, a tavern, anything like that?
Oh yeah, you should. It's not too hard to find a bar.
Okay.
Yep, straight up the long road that you just started up.
But
There is
bear
a great
in mind,
big market.
we probably don't have the currency.
I suspect Lime was thinking less of buying things, more around.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have the currency.
Cobra is able to give you some information though.
Yay!
Specifically, he gives you a list of the important places that he can think,
Yay!
which I will put in the chat,
Woohoo!
and Koba can elaborate on what any of those things.
Ooh, what's the Amberworks?
The Amber Works is found at the foot of the tree and is literally where they collect the amber sap from the living tree,
That's
kilos at a
so
time.
cool. That is so cool.
Can I ask, does the tree have a name?
The tree is called Kahara. They they call the place Kahara, but specifically, this bit you're in is the Great Amber City, and Kahara is the name of the tree. And yeah, needless to say, this is basically making your inner druid nerd squeak.
I mean, it's probably got magical alchemical shit, so as well the shenanigans person.
Yeah, I mean, they are harvesting amber by the kilo from a giant magic tree.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Levi. I want to go and check out that tree as well.
You're going to check out the Amber Works.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Onwards.
That sounds good.
It's time for the nerding.
So, how many of the party are heading up to the Amber Works?
I want to go.
Okay, that's 3 people. Ethril, where do you feel like?
I don't know.
Ethris
where's
will come
it?
with us.
Okay, I'll rub your shoulders again. Hup!
Exactly.
Aiden's on security detail. Beans is always with Beans. Araya, where are you on? Which
I'm going to go to the temple to see if I can work out about that god that I saw in the tree.
Okay.
He wants to find a physical manifestation of it so he can fuck it.
Yeah, that's basically my end game at this point. Like, I might just stop trying to fuck other things because that high quality god I have.
Oh my god.
He is craving some divine.
I'm going to go to this temple, and if it looks like it could happen, maybe I'll stave off the lions just a while.
Yes.
Just a heads up.
I'm going to go back to that encampment. I'm going to cut you.
Just yes. What's the heads up?
Yeah, don't be surprised if you come back to find the hostage has had a tragic accident where he fell over onto 2 bullets.
Please don't. Please realize that Rowan is really big and may have some hidden wrath that you are aware of, and you do not want to cross her.
That's true, but I also know Rowan's very easy to take a shot at. Let's not get him.
And also, where would you be without your fucking pull mule? I pull the
Got
wagon.
a point.
You'd be stranded in this city that you don't like, full of people you don't understand. Oh, and Koba wouldn't talk to you either because he's my friend and not yours.
I'm sorry, is this an adventuring party or is this a school trip?
It's a
Oh.
school trip.
Trip, and I'm the guardian.
No, you're one of the kids at this point.
Pretty much.
Rowan's got to
Everything
carry
I'm doing
everyone.
is out of character.
Yes.
I'm one of the kids. Rowan is responsible.
Okay, that's fair.
Responsible parent.
So
It's
So
hard-boiled.
let's get the temple out of the way first, because there's only to get that done nice and quick. Okay, so Cobra is able to give you direction to the Temple of Enkai. Where are you going from here? Now you're stood at the base of this place that is carved out of the living tree. Because it is literally just like the temple has been carved into a wood without actually killing the wood around it. So this is very alive.
Cool.
And do not say find a knothole, stick your dick in it.
Otherwise, we'll cut it off.
I'm pretty sure that would you'd have to roll for damages.
I have a knife. I'll cut it off.
I
I have several
would like
knives.
Yes.
I basically just like to find out more information because the god said you found your muse. So I'm just gonna I'm not going to general look around.
Okay.
If there's anyone there who can speak my language.
Right off the bat, you can see that the god that's in this temple doesn't look like the one in your dream.
Oh, that's okay.
But you do notice an interesting fact. The statue of the god has arms.
4 arms.
Quadruple handed.
Yeah. Of its 4 arms, one of them is holding a sapling, one of them is holding a fount of water, one of them is holding what appears to be the sun, and one of them appears to have stylized breeze in a glass orb swirling around.
Oh,
Reed.
no, go there.
You say read.
Yes.
Okay, is there anything else of note?
The priests are giving you odd looks, but
Priest
not
can
the
suck
ones.
my balls. I say that out loud and assume they can't understand it.
Yeah, they don't. They just
They
kind
just
of bow back at you, assuming that you said something.
Yeah, okay. I bow back, take my leave, and I head back to the car. And when everyone's back, I relay the information back to them, okay?
Yep.
Cheers.
Okay, so everyone at the Amber Works, you're allowed to walk up freely. There are merchants all over this place. There are weapons that appear to have their shafts and blades made of amber. There are arrows. There's jewelry. There's clothing. Ethereal, at one point, you see what appears to be a hooded scarf with emeralds sewn into the hem. Sorry, not emeralds. Amber.
Itchy finger.
Like, this place is just made in every.
Oh, hang on, you're breaking up a bit. Can I say that again?
There's just everything that you could conceivably see made of amber is
Okay.
for sale here.
Is there an amber spyglass?
Probably, if you looked for one.
That's a joke. It's a book.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I've read the book. I didn't think
I
it was that
haven't.
good.
I don't get
it's
it.
not. The Amber Spyglass is a book by Philip Pullman.
Okay,
Yeah.
never heard of them.
It's about a spyglass that can see rifts between worlds, but I don't think an amber spyglass in this sense would have the same ability.
No. So,
Which is
yeah,
sad.
pretty much you can get literally anything made out here. And there's, at the base of the tree, there appears to be a great box where it almost looks like, but at this stage, the amber is almost still liquid. So it's being carted out and distributed, and merchants are coming up and buying the materials. It's just a constant living place.
What about the tree? Can I get close to the tree?
Yeah, you can go all the way up to one of the roots if you like.
I'd like to touch the root of the tree, and I'd like to detect magic.
Okay.
Touch.
Let me describe to you what just happened to you. You just walked up to the shores of the Pacific Ocean, put your hand in it, and cast Detect Water. That is what this feels like to you.
Is there a specific type of magic that I can discern? Is it just...
It's the same kind of feeling you get from the nature spirits at home, but it is bigger
Hello.
and slow. It is the slowest mind you've ever communed, and it's just you're just
dipping your hand in an end moot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like from the perspective of the rest of the party, you've put your hand on it, and your eyes rolled up into the back of your head.
Am I able to communicate with the tree at all? Or try to?
Sort of. You're getting emotional.
It's like
right
a
now,
please
you
make
can
it
feel
stop.
there's sort of a contentment actually. There's peace, but could you roll me an Arcana check, please?
22?
Yeah, 22 will do it. You can feel something under the normal emotion, and nature spirits don't have emotions in the same way as do, but there's a fear, there's an anxiety, you might say, underlying everything. It's not strong, but it's there.
Okay.
But you can sense that it's not an immediate danger, but something has got the spirit of Kaharabu very, very worried.
It's about the people that came to the shore.
You wouldn't know.
No, of course I wouldn't.
You're doing well to establish its various emotions and work out what they are on a human level.
I'm just going to attempt to say hi, like in a content kind of way. Pat the root, and then I'll let the rest of the guys do what they want to do. But that's cool.
I wish I could be an emotopath.
You could be in a what, sorry?
An emotopath, something that can tell emotions.
Okay.
Because then I could cry at the tree.
So as you attempt to communicate with it, what everyone else sees is your druid friend getting physically picked up and backwards across the floor of the amber box.
Oh shit.
I go to try and catch them.
I almost fall
Isla,
off.
you've got the worst headache.
Is Beans
I
okay?
gotta pivot on the spot and just go, what the fuck?
Is Beans okay? Did he get thrown, or is he alright?
No, Beans started hovering the moment you flew backwards and is just kind of sat near you, licking your cheek.
Blim, blim, blim,
Oh,
blim.
okay. I'm
Salty
gonna get up,
goodness.
and I'm just gonna say, okay, the tree's afraid of something, but seems okay in general. Maybe don't try and communicate with it. If anybody else has any sort of arcana, just stay away from the tree, guys. And it's huge.
A very old man appears to have walked up and is speaking to you in the native language. Koba translates that he's asking if you tried to speak to Kahara.
Yes.
He laughs and says that many powerful nature seers than you tried it always tends to go the same.
I laugh too, because I can laugh at myself.
Yeah.
I was just trying to say hi. I wanna say I felt something under the trees. Is it okay? The tree seemed afraid.
It broke up again. It seems to not want us to hear this sentence.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Well, now I can hear you, but it won't
Yeah,
play
do the
that
thing.
sentence.
Ass, motherfucker, bitch, tits, down at work, you piece of absolute crap. Can you hear me yet?
Yes!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hi.
we heard that entire tirade.
God damn it.
Yeah.
So it will let me swear, but it won't let me say that this old man is trying to invite you into his house.
There we go.
It would
Okay,
now.
there we go.
I heard that. Are the others welcome as well? Because there might be something everyone can.
Actually, there's another younger man on the door who appears to be, you'd guess, an apprentice, who seems to be making it clear that only you come inside.
Okay, well, I don't want to take over the whole sort of session, so I'll let everybody else do their thing first. Maybe we can do it like later on, resolve it maybe.
We can absolutely do that. Although, to be fair, we're just about done with the stuff I had planned. It's a case of you guys working out where you want to go from here, and I can plan the next session, really.
Okay, would anybody mind if I did that?
It's fine, go ahead, so long as you
Okay.
tell us everything.
Yeah, no, don't worry, I'll relay everything. Okay, I'll do that then. I'll go to the house.
As soon as you're in there, the first thing the old is pour out from a steaming mug what appears to be some kind of tea and gives it to you.
Yeah, I take it, I drink it.
And you can now understand what he's saying. A little brew of the shamans, something to allow us to speak.
Oh, that's great. Hi, my name is Taylor.
Taylor. Interesting. I am the speaker for the great tree Kahara. It is I who oversee the works and listen to the voice of the spirit. I have never seen one from your land who has yet tried to commune. Do you do as such with spirits of your own?
Yes, the people in my party are not, we call ourselves druids, but my tribe, where I come from, we all do that. Yes, we all speak, we live in communion with the spirits, with the fae.
Ah, druids. Here we call such people earth speakers. That is interesting. So, what did you learn?
That it is a mind that is far beyond any that I've ever spoken to, seen before. And while it seemed content, there was an air of fear under the surface.
Fear.
Anxiety. I wasn't sure exactly where it was coming from. It just sort of seemed general. But there seemed to be a worry.
I am impressed by you, little. Not many, even among my own order, have sensed it, but yes, it is there. The last time we knew that Kaharabu felt this fear was quite some time ago, hundreds of years ago. There are those who are saying that what happened in Ashkaj will be returning.
What happened in Ashkash?
We do not know. All we know was there is terrible sorcery, experiments with worst magic, and the continent split. There is now but a chain of islands where the city of Ashkaj stood, and there is nothing but ash and sand. That nothing grows, nothing lives. It is an entire stretch of our land lifeless, and it seems Kaharabu is fearing it. I do truly hope that he is wrong, or that we are misreading the signs. Still, you have not travelled all this way to hear the doom-saying. How can I assist you, friends?
Oh, shit.
Not sure. Nobody.
We need walkie-talkies.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to think. On our way here, we were ambushed. We were by some
They are
Yeah,
called
no.
Winda.
Kuinda. Yeah, that's right.
Ah, the war tribes, yes. Did they cause you much trouble?
We were prepared, so we didn't have much trouble. However, we have one captive currently, and we're wondering what the best action would be. Do we release him back to his people, or would you like to speak to him, or...
I think that your best approach may be to seek out the speaker for the Kowinda here in the city. All the major nations and all the major species all reside within the palace. They send embassy to speak with the prince, and as such, often one of the only ways that one can treat with Kowinda is through the pack speaker. If you have captured one of his people, the perhaps only way to avoid a blood debt that will go through your family for generations is to return him to the Pack Speaker Graces.
Okay. I know at least one of my party will be happy to hear that we are able to resolve this amicably.
And that is not to say that the Kawinda will be your friends, but they will appreciate your honesty
God damn it.
and your mercy in return to him.
I am here to speak with spirits, to take wisdom from your land and take it back to my own. Where would you say would be the best place to start a journey like that?
Right, is there anything else that you want to ask before you move on?
I tried to say a second ago, I don't know if it came through. Where would the best place be to start my journey, to speak to the spirits and take back the knowledge from them to my own people? Where should I start?
He tells you that the best place to start would probably be to go into the heart of the Great Jungle, which lies to the east of Kahara.
Okay, I thank him very much for the tea and for speaking to me, and then I bid him farewell when I return to my party.
So, everyone's back at the wagon now, I assume?
Yeah.
I never left.
Yeah, well,
you
were on security detail.
I come back with the look of a kid in a candy store. There's so much new stuff.
That place basically of alchemy potential.
Yep.
I was respectfully out of character, like, to ask both people who got information for only them to relay it to us, please, maybe.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nice.
sorry. I will do that, absolutely.
Yeah. I think we can safely say because you all...
Because we all what?
Because we all cut out.
We all heard what was
Deity.
going on, so that we don't talk to each other to relay it, just note that we have done so.
Yeah, no,
Everything.
I'm not in the business of keeping secrets and stuff. Yeah, that's fine.
That's pretty much what we've got planned. What do people want to make as their main goals for the next session? Like, has anyone got anything they particularly want to do?
Can I do some fucking research? I mean, I
Yes.
can't read the books, but Koba can help me, I think.
I would say the same, but more in the case of find local stuff, alchemize the fuck out of it.
Okay.
I'll try and communicate with anyone here that looks like they might be hunters.
Okay.
Oh, also, figure out a way for us to collect water while on the road if possible, and or find a way to cool down more. Possibly something to pull out from the wagon so we could have like a small campsite.
Yeah.
I have a create water cantrip, so if we need water.
Yeah, you have a water dispenser form of either.
Yeah, just, in case of emergency.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rather have it and not need it.
It creates 2 gallons, so it's quite a lot.
Oh, incidentally, when you went up to the amber works, you found out what the local currency is. It is coins made of the tree's amber. That is what they use for gold here.
I'll get my hands on
Good thing I spent literally all my money before coming here, because it would have been worthless.
Yes. Still, you could probably barter some things to get some currency. I don't really no, we didn't end up with the encounter that could have potentially led to a level up. But,
Oh,
We can save that for the next week then.
yeah, I mean, we've still got the entire encounter table to go. I'm not just going to only use it for the pass. There's a lot of things to go yet. So, yeah, that's been it for the session, basically, everyone. That was session 2.
Oh,
Sorry if that was like a bit of an informal ending.
I should probably inform the rest of the party that the lion did get hungry while he was in captivity.
Yes, he did.
what happened there?
I warned you, bros.
Yes, the Kawinda is missing a
Why?
Well, there goes any chance of us ending this amicably then, as I said to speaker.
He told me to make sure I didn't leave and to stay alive.